Dear little Carrie, you don't need to be perfect to be loved. It's okay to wear two different shades of pink that don't match. And it's okay to make mistakes. One day you will realize that you are, and always have been, perfect just the way you are. Don't feel ashamed for crying all the time and for being too sensitive. You were afraid, sad, and overwhelmed. One day you will learn how to express your emotions and how to use your voice. I know you heard that you were bigger than your sister and that you must be eating your share of the family groceries. That boys will never think you're pretty because of the blue mark on your face. My sister poked me in the face with one of those pop-up pencils when I was a kid, and the lead never came out. One day you will realize that the size of your body doesn't matter as long as you're healthy and happy. Your imperfections don't make you ugly, and you don't need to cover them up to feel pretty. Imperfections are divinity. I see you, I hear you, and I am proud of you. You are loved, you are worthy, and you matter. Signed, Wise Adult Carrie. So that is a letter that I wrote to my inner child a little bit over a year ago now. And I'm realizing now, after reading it again, it's time to write a new letter because she deserves to be acknowledged for so much more. That's what I want to talk about today. How to acknowledge your inner child. So the first step in this is understanding that your inner child is trying to get your attention and communicate to you through your emotions. So that anxiety, overwhelm, maybe anger you feel, those are all emotions. And those emotions, this is the tricky part. Understanding that you are the one creating those emotions in your body. Emotions, they don't just float around in the room and attack you. Other people can't make you feel emotions. You are the one responding to the stimuli in your environment and creating those emotions. So if I were to ask you, do you understand that you are creating your emotion? You might say, right, your logical brain, your ego, however you want to put it. Well, yes. I understand I am creating my emotions, but I feel that way because of what someone said or did to me. So that but right there, that's the resistance. That's giving your power away and becoming the victim. And we're not playing the victim here anymore. We're taking responsibility. Again, maybe it's not your fault. It is your responsibility. This is where your power is. To understand you are creating the emotion and you are responsible for healing those emotions. So that's the first part, to acknowledging, right? Understanding that they are communicating, your inner child, your little you. How cute are you? Through your emotions. So step 2 in this process, being able to sit with those emotions. You can call this meditation. You can do this with me right now. So drop your shoulders. Feel the chair or the bed you're sitting on, and start to ground in yourself, right? Through your breath. Start to ground in yourself and sit in those emotions. This can also be difficult. You might have some resistance to this. You might want to push those feelings back down or dismiss them, put them to the side. But as you know, you need to feel to heal. So sitting with your emotions. The third part to this is where it gets fun. Paying attention to your emotions. Truly being interested in those emotions. And this can also be difficult. None of this, guys, is easy. This might be the first time anyone is paying attention to your inner child. I want you to really get interested, and here's the key. I want you to be patient with yourself. This isn't going to happen in one day, maybe not even in a month. This stuff takes time. But just like as you would with maybe your own child or any young child in your life, if they were to come to you just full of emotion, maybe throwing a temper tantrum, you would ask them, what is happening right now? What are you feeling? And maybe they can't tell you. I know when my kids were little, a lot of times they would be very upset. And either I couldn't figure out why, or I would just kind of was like, yes, so what? They took your toy. And I was dismissive. Or maybe I just walked away, or maybe I put him in timeout. Like, you're in timeout because you're having emotions. So I realize now, it wasn't the right way to handle it, but you don't know what you don't know, and now that I know better, I can do better. And now that they're teenagers, right, they still having even bigger emotions and can handle it differently now, and I can hold space for them and try to teach them to hold space for themselves. So just like you would with a young child, be patient, be interested. What is your inner child trying to tell you? What do they need from you right now? This, again, can be difficult because maybe when you were a child and you went to your caregiver, your mom or your dad, and maybe you were dismissed, overlooked. Maybe they couldn't give you what you needed. But can you give yourself that? What do you need? Why do I not feel loved or good enough? And then, without comparison or criticism or judgment, get curious. And this is where we can start to actually reparent ourselves. And I'm going to save that for a future video because I can talk about this all day long. This has been a journey I've been on for several years now, and it's made such a difference in my life. So you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your inner child. You deserve to be seen and heard and loved and supported. And I'm here for you guys. I'm gonna be creating and writing my own inner child healing meditations. So shameless plug, but if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, I am taking new clients. And if any of this spoke to you, resonated with you, like, subscribe, share this with a friend who might need it. If you're finding me here today or whenever you find me, know there are no coincidences in the universe. It is truly all divine timing. I'd like to create a community here, a safe space where we can be vulnerable and seen and heard and support each other and just love each other and let our light shine. Let's create a disco ball of love and light. So I'd like to thank you for spending this time with me today. I love you so, so much. I appreciate you. I hope you have a very magical day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.